We will now put an annual license on the TEMS abstraction. To do this, we will use a virtual annual storage node that's shown here in purple. We drag this node next to the TEMS abstraction link node. This node does not get connected using any links to any other nodes in the system. However, this virtual storage node will be associated to this link node, the TEMS abstraction link node. Each year, the annual virtual storage node resets to a certain volume. Then, as water flows through an associated node, which will be the TEMS abstraction link node, the abstraction gets the flow reduces the storage in the virtual storage node until this continues until the virtual storage goes to 0. At this point, the annual license is reached and no more flow can flow via the TEMS abstraction node. Then, once the year changes, the storage resets and the annual license is restored. We can go to the PyWR API reference to see what all of these attributes mean. In the reference, first we can look at the annual virtual storage node. We see that it has a reset day and a reset month attribute. So you can determine what month and what day the annual license resets. If you do not define these attributes, this will reset on the 1st of January, the beginning of each year. Then the annual virtual storage node inherits from the virtual storage node. This node has its own set of attributes. Most importantly, it has a list of nodes. These are the nodes that you associate to the annual license, and the factors that you multiply the flow through these associated nodes by when you reduce or potentially increase the storage in the annual virtual storage node. Then you should specify the max volume, which is the total annual license amount, and the initial volume that the license has at the beginning of the simulation. So we will first set the max and initial volume to 820,000 megaliters per year. Next, we need to set the node that is associated to this annual virtual storage node, which is the TEMS abstraction node. I will copy this name. So I click on Edit the Nodes attribute. And this needs to be, we need to change this attribute to an array type. And we go to the table, and as we only have one associated node, we need to have one item in the array. So I remove the columns, all but one, then I remove all but one row. Then I enter, copy paste, or write in the TEMS abstraction node name. And I save this. Next, I need to set the factor. So we want there to be a one-to-one relationship between the flow in a TEMS abstraction and the reduction in annual license. So in the factors, again, I change the attribute type to array. Go back to the table. remove the rows and columns and simply put a 1 in the as a factor, as the only factor. Then we click Save. We can change node name gems and then we can run the model. We can compare how different license amounts impact the storage in the London reservoir using different scenarios. So here, I will clone the baseline scenario in which we already put an annual license. Name this higher annual license. Now, in this new scenario, I will increase annual license to 1 million megaliters. Then I will run this scenario. Now I can compare the storage with the simulated volume, plot the volume. Now I can compare to the lower license. We can see that with the lower license, the reservoir empties almost on an annual basis, whereas with the higher license, volume stays much higher overall, except for during drought years.